Hello YouTube, it is me again, your favorite Texas trucker, and I am in Texas. I don't get here very often if I'm not on home time. I am at a little rest area. This is rest areas in Texas. This is about the best you get. There's just a few truck stops, or trucking rest areas that have a lot of truck parking like the northern states, but pretty much this is what you get in Texas, for the most part. So anyway, I picked up in Waco last night. It took me quite a long time to get loaded. My 14 was eating up my clock, and so I decided, after calculating the timeout, I decided that there was no way that I was going to be able to make my delivery, today, which is where I wanted to make it. If I made my delivery today, that would put me at 4,000 miles for the week. But there's no way to do it. I could get to, if I'd have drove my time all the way out last night and drove all the way out today, I could have gotten there to tomorrow, but it would have been impossible to get there by the time that they shut down and quit accepting loads. So it doesn't deliver till tomorrow. I'm going to drive it all the way out today, and then I'm just going to go ahead and deliver on time tomorrow, which I don't do very often. Normally I deliver early. So anyway, I'm parked, and I thought I'd take an opportunity to make a video or two. This is where I stayed at last night. Just me and one other truck. I'm in the middle of doing my pre-trip. Actually, I'm done doing my pre-trip. But before I shut the hood, I wanted to show y'all something, alright? Meanwhile, I'm just gonna, who says Texas ain't pretty? There are some pretty areas here in Texas. It's a different kind of pretty than the other states, but it's pretty out here. Anyway, the other day, if y'all remember, I was at a shipper, and it was actually the shipper for the load just before this, the one I took to Palestine, and I went to start the truck, and the battery was dead. All right, now I didn't leave nothing on, or at least I don't think I left anything on, but it hasn't died since, so I had to call somebody out to get it jumped back off. I wanted to show you something because I learned something. That's why my hood's still open. Alright, now this may not be new to a lot of you guys, but to some of you newer guys it might be. I've never gotten into the battery box before, but the battery box is underneath here somewhere, okay? I'm not even sure I know how to get to it. I just know it's down in here somewhere. Alright, and back when I used to drive trucks in the Army, they didn't run off a single 12-volt battery. They run off 4 12-volt batteries running series. So it was always different anytime you hooked anything up to it. Now, I don't know if these trucks are the same or not, but I'm assuming that they are. So the guy comes out to jump me off. I'm going to try to talk over the top of this engine right here, but just stick with me for a second. And he shows me this. Alright, this right here, the positive stud and the negative stud. Alright, pull these off, positive, pull that off, negative. Get away from this engine so y'all can hear me again. Alright, so what you do is you jump it off just the same way you jump the car off. So I asked him while he was there, I was like, well, if this was to happen, at some other time, would I be able to jump this off using a regular car, a regular car with a regular 12-volt battery? And he told me, yes, I can do that. But he said it may take quite a while to charge everything up. All right. So let's jump in the cab here real quick. Alright, so a lot quieter in here, huh? A lot cooler too. It is 88 degrees out right now. Okay, so he tells me I could jump it off with a regular car. So kind of mentally put it in my head that I'm going to add a set of jumper cables to my toolbox. Now, on one hand, it doesn't bother me a bit to call roadside service out because I don't have to foot the bill. All right. On the other hand, as a responsible driver, I should do anything that I could do to minimize the cost to the company. So I don't want to have to call them out if I don't have to call them out. Therefore, I like to learn how to fix things myself. Simple process. All right, red to the positive, black to the negative. You can jump it off if you want to. You don't have to call roadside service. You can just get somebody that's willing to jump it off with you. So it may not mean anything to any of y'all, but it was a lesson I learned, and I appreciated the lesson. Knowledge is power. Gather all I can get, and I wanted to share it with you. Okay. Now, I've had a couple of friends ask me, because I typically keep a lot of food in the truck, and I don't have as much in here right now as I normally have, but I normally keep a lot of food in the truck. And I've had a lot of people ask me, how do you store all that stuff? Where does it all go? So let me say, I'm going to show y'all at least some of the places that I store things, right? And let me say a couple things first. First is that I'm not a trainer. I want to be a trainer one of these days. That's one of my goals, is I'm going to be a trainer. But right now I'm not a trainer. I don't have anybody riding along with me. So this cab is all mine. I can do whatever I want with it. I can put things wherever I want. When I bring the kids with me, or if I bring the wife with me, or if I become a trainer, then that's going to have to change, because they got to have some space too. So my cab is very cramped because of the way that I do things, but that's fine with me. All I need is room to sit here and drive, and then I'll tell you how I work things at other times. All right, so keep in mind that I store this stuff here, and I'm not done adding stuff to it. I'm gonna add more, but I've got this stuff set up the way I've got it set up because I'm the only person in this cab, so I'm the only one I got to please right now. Okay. A lot of y'all are going to be the same way. This is a Kenworth T700. For those of you that don't know, it's a T700. It's a 2012 model. Right, it's got quite a bit of storage space. Over here on the seat, on the passenger seat, of course I keep my my vest here. Okay. Several people I need it for. I wear shorts. Okay. See, shorts, and I'm a fat white dude, tattooed up, with white ass legs. So when I go somewhere outside of the truck, I put some pants on. Right? Therefore, I have my pants sitting right here. I pull in to get fuel, I slip my pants on. And hey, it's just me. When I drive, I want to be comfortable, so I wear shorts. When I go somewhere inside, I want to represent the company. I want to look decent, so I put pants on. And right down there, that blue bag, that's all my shower stuff. Okay. So I'm ready to go to the shower. Underneath the blue bag, there's a towel. There's a towel right down there that I take in. My black leather jacket for cold weather's down there. I need to put it up because I don't need it right now. Let me turn on some lights back here. All right. Okay, this is, I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see, but you see, this is where in the T700, this was the television box. All right, and it's this cargo strap is for strapping down the TV. So I've got this crate strapped in here. You see, it ain't going nowhere. That thing ain't moving. And this is where I keep a lot of my, cooking stuff. It's pretty much empty right now. But I keep, baggies, trash bags, sandwich bags, bungee cords, aluminum foil, rags, speaking of rags, and odds and ends in there. Okay, up here I've got this one, and this is just sitting in here, right? But it doesn't move. It doesn't. Every now and again it'll shift forward a little bit. I've got Walmart bags I stuff in next to it. This is full of ramen noodles. All right, I eat a lot of ramen noodles. I do a lot of stuff with ramen noodles. No top bunk. Okay, I took the top bunk out. The top bunk is under the bottom bunk, right down underneath here, because this bottom bunk is starting to hurt my back. So I'm going to get a better bunk, but meanwhile I took the top bunk out. When I get a better bunk, I'll put the top bunk back up here. All right, microwave is strapped down. It's strapped down here. It's not going to go anywhere. Okay, it's not real tight. I could probably tighten it up a little bit, but that'll hold it so it doesn't bounce all over the place. And of course I got bread you know, sitting up here loose. But right here, I've got this container, okay? I can stack 3 of these containers like this underneath my bunk, all right, in the bunk box. Right now I've got a cardboard box in there for the microwave, but I'm fixing to throw it away because I don't need it anymore. The microwave's good. You know, I'm gonna keep it. It's not going anywhere. You know, and then my bunk's not made. I got a brand new set of sheets I'm fixing to change out because these twin size sheets don't fit on this full size bunk. All right, so I've got that storage space. Up here I've got bottled waters and some canned goods stored up here. Up here, same thing. I've got bottled waters and canned goods up here. And here is where all of my cooking stuff is. Bowls, my crock pot, my Road Pro oven. I bought this yesterday and I have it hung up. I haven't filled it up or anything yet. And then I've got these 2 boxes right here. These are empty. There's nothing in them, but I keep food up in here, okay? This is where I store food at. Like I said, I don't have as much food in here right now as I normally have, okay? Off over here behind the laptop, it's where all my spices, sugar, you know, salt, pepper, onions, you know, stuff like that go. Of course, we know about the refrigerator, trash can, canned goods lined up underneath here, and then down here you see my case of Monsters, bottled water, odds and ends I just shoved down here. I keep a lot of water, okay? This is a 40 quart Coleman cooler. You can get it at any truck stop. It runs about $115, somewhere around in there. And then of course we have, you know, the refrigerator, which is full of, you know, sandwich stuff mostly. Okay, so that is how I store my stuff in here. Okay, now I'm not going to go through the problem of opening up the bottom of the bunk box, because I got all that stuff sitting on my bunk and it's honestly just a pain. Right now, what I do is this container that I showed you with all the food in it, I keep up on the top bunk. I just set it up there. It doesn't go anywhere. So I've got it set up on the top bunk. Alright, the way some things have changed, at nighttime when I'm settled in, I pick this up and I set it on the passenger seat so it's out of the way. Okay. Now nighttime, anyway, I already said that. Kind of got sidetracked for a second, lost my train of thought. Since I'm by myself, I can do that. When I have somebody else in the vehicle with me, whether it's one of my boys, my wife, or whether it's a student, you know, and sometime in the future, then I won't put stuff like that. What I'll do is I'll use the bunk box and I'll put all this stuff down in there. The microwave I'll take back down and I'll put on the shelf again where I used to have it. Strap it down to the shelf, it's fine. It was cramped, you know, and eventually I'll get a T680 which has a spot specifically for a microwave. I used to have my microwave in that box up there where that bluish green and pink thing is with all my ramen noodles in it, but that one quit working after a week, and I went and bought this replacement. It's too big to fit in there. So anyway, that's how I keep stuff stored. I just wanted to kind of let y'all know. You know, I've had a couple people ask me about it, so I figured I'd, you know, do a video and show it to you. So there's 2 things I've shown you today. Hope it helps. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. You know, message me, friend me on Facebook. If you friend me on Facebook, send me a message, okay? Because I have a tendency to delete friends, you know, especially if they send me game requests. I have a tendency to delete them. Occasionally I'll get in a bad mood and I'll just go through and delete a bunch of people. And so I need to know who it is that I'm adding and why I'm adding them, because if I know that you follow me on YouTube, you're not gonna get deleted. You know, if I know that you know, you're commenting on my stuff, or you're interested in my stuff, or you know, or something like that, you know, I'm not going to delete you. But I also may not approve your friend request if I can't figure out why you're sending me a friend request. Okay, so send me a message if you friend me on Facebook. I don't have any problem with approving you. It's just that when I approve somebody, I usually try to figure out how it is that they found me on YouTube, you know, or found me on Facebook. If I don't have any friends in common with you, or, you know, you're not a driver for Millis or one of the groups that I'm in, then, you know, I don't have a clue how you found me, and it may take me a week of thinking about it to get around to messaging you and asking you how you found me. So send me a message, and then I'll approve you, no problem. Follow me on Facebook. You know, I'm constantly updating where I'm at, what I'm going through. Watch my videos. You know, I appreciate y'all. I really do appreciate y'all a lot. And man, if there's anything that I can help you with, any kind of advice I can share, feel free to ask. If you just want to chat, you know, about trucking, and friend me on Facebook and send me a message. If I got time, I'll sit down and chat with you. A lot of times I don't even better do it on the road than talk to people anyway. So I do like making new friends, so, you know, holler at me. If you're a driver and you send me a friend request, and I'd like to meet you one of these days. Hopefully we can run into each other out on the road, so I like to keep track of where all my driver friends are at. You know, keep track of where I'm at, man. If you pass by anywhere where I am, man, stop in and say hi. I'll do the same. All right, man, let me go ahead and cut this off. Much love to y'all. Peace out.